The goblins were not hard to follow, and now they edged cautiously into a cave in the Caterwin wood. Ahead, they heard deep laughter and a croaking voice. "Bring me the prisoners. One of them is the Shadowbinder. So speaks Splig, king of all goblins. You'd better hurry and take out Splig, whoever he is, before he figures out which of the farmers is Frederick." And so the heroes moved into the cave and were immediately met by cave spiders, black and venomous. Small for a giant spider size, but big enough to be menacing nonetheless. And our heroes, banged up as they are, especially Jane and Averick, well, this was going to be a tough fight. That was for sure. And speaking of Jane and Averick, each of them moved forward. Averick decided he would take the lead, move forward, and attack a spider. And so he attacked with his iron battle axe and hit one of the spiders. But the spider was still alive. Barely. And so he attacked again. And this time he killed the spider, cleaving it in two. Fairwood did the same thing. She moved forward and attacked the spider in front of her with her iron sword. She was not able to kill it as well, and so she swung again, this time killing the beast. But that left a predicament for our heroes, for though they were unable to advance and they were blocked in, Leoric and Crispin. And so they could hear in the distance the goblins moving, things progressing, while all they could do is defend themselves against the spiders in front of them. And so the heroes heard the rustling of the goblins moving, the screaming of the prisoners, the yelling of them, but they could do nothing as the cave spiders attacked. And the first cave spider attacked Averick, and it hit him. But his defense was so mighty, the spider was not able to even put a scratch on him and infect him with its poison. The other spider attacked Jane. She brought up her shield and only suffered a glancing blow. And now the heroes, it was time for them to make their move. And so Averick swung back his iron battle axe and hit the spider, killing it dead. And he swung his battle axe again. But this time, the spider was still alive. And so, Jane wanted to finish it off with her broadsword. And she did. She killed it. Deciding to spin a little over fatigue, she moved forward and attacked the master spider, hoping to do the killing blow. And though she did hit it, it was not a killing blow, and so the beast was still alive. Crispin moved up and attacked the spider with his chipped great axe, but he missed. And so he attacked one more time, having spent his fatigue to get where he was. And oh my goodness, that too was a miss. And so it was up to Leoric of the book to move forward and do all that he could do, which was search. And so he searched, and he just so happened found a potion of stamina. And so the evil got to make a counterattack. And so still with the goblins rustling about, doing whatever it is they do, the cave spider attacked. And this time it attacked Fairwood again. But this time it was a miss. And so Fairwood was able to ignore the blow. And so she struck back, attacking with her sword, hoping to finish the beast off. And she did. And it fell dead to the ground. And so she took a step forward to move. But, unbeknownst known to her, the ground was loose. Something was happening. And so she fell into a pit trap. And she suffered another point of damage, bringing her precariously close to getting knocked out again. And so she was able to climb out of the pit and move some more. And so the goblins, while up to something, the heroes came across a door. Slowly, they opened it. Leoric did it so. And so the door opened, and inside the room were 4 flesh molders waiting for our heroes. So Leoric, taking the advantage to use his staff of light, moved forward, spending some of his fatigue, and attacked the flesh molders in front of him. And he shot, and he did a glancing blow upon one of them. And so he shot at it again. This time doing a little bit better. And it killed the flesh molder in front of him. And so it was Grispin the Thirsty's turn to move forward. And he moved forward to attack the master flesh molder. And he swung that great axe. And he hit. But it was not the blow he was looking for. And so all he did was barely wound the creature. And this time, Fairwood would go, spending the rest of her fatigue and confronting the flesh molder closest to the door. And she hit a magnificent blow and failed the poor creature. And so she turned to the side and attacked that lead flesh molder. And she hit another good blow upon the beast, and it too fell. And died. And so Albright decided he would attack, and he moved forward, spending the rest of his fatigue to attack the flesh molder that was left remaining in the room. And he hit, but it was just a glancing blow. And so he attacked again, but he missed. And so the flesh molder was still alive to attack our heroes. And so the flesh molder counterattacked Averick. And he hit. But it was just a glancing blow. And so Averick decided he too would counterattack. And he hit and failed the creature. Averick decided he was going to pray, and to heal him and his fellow heroes. And so a light shone upon him as he prayed, and he healed some of the wounds he had taken. And that healing spread to Leoric and to Jane as well. And so, with renewed vigor, the heroes would press on. Jane, ever close to the door, decided she would open it. And there before her, in the hallway, stood several goblins waiting for our heroes. Jane wondered, what could she do? All she could do was move forward. And so she did. But then she thought, why should I move forward? I will stay here and recover a little bit more. And so she moved to the side and let Grisbin the Thirsty and Leoric of the Book, unwounded heroes, rush forward and each attack a goblin. And Grisbin attacked first. And he hit the goblin in front of him. But the goblin was able to fully defend the mighty axe. Leoric of the Book shone his staff of light and attacked the goblin in front of him. But this goblin too was able to somehow defend against the blow. And so they could hear in the background the yelling of the foul goblin Splig, the so-called king of goblins, yelling at prisoners in there, screaming at him. And so Splig was yelling and screaming. Frustrated, he was still looking for Frederick. You knew by the voice and his tone of his voice that he had not found Frederick yet. He had not found the famous Shadowbinder. And so there was still time for the heroes to do what they had to do. But first the goblins attacked themselves. And one goblin attacked Leoric. And he missed. And then another goblin, he attacked Crispin the Thirsty. And he hit. But Grisbin the Thirsty, the arrow just bounced off his new set of chainmail armor that he had. And so the heroes were going to strike back. And so it started with Grisbin. This time he was determined not to miss. And he attacked the goblin in front of him. And he hit the poor creature. And the creature died beneath the axe. Grisbin, having just one fatigue left, was able to spend it and move forward to attack the other goblin in front of him. And he hit. And that goblin too fell before the great axe. Leoric, with his staff of light, shined it at the goblin in front of him. But he missed. And so he tried one more time. This time he hit. And that goblin too fell dead. So now it was Jane and Averick's turn. What would they do? Jane rushed forward and attacked the master goblin with her steel broadsword. And she hit the beast and killed it. Meanwhile, Averick moved further deep into the cave and searched. And he found a health potion. Something which he had sorely needed. But there was only one goblin left. And then there was Splig. And Splig searched again, interrogating the prisoners. And this time, would he be lucky? He still had not found Frederick, but now it was only a matter of time before he did. And so the final goblin attacked our heroes. and hit Grisbin the Thirsty. But it was a glancing blow. And so Splig now had found Frederick. All he had to do was get out of there with Frederick and see his master overlord. It was up to our heroes to try and stop the foul creature. And so the heroes moved forward, ready to attack the mighty Splig. But Leoric still had a shot. He shot the Staff of Light at Splig, hoping to wound him. And it was a good hit. One that Splig was totally unprepared for. And so Splig took some damage for the first time that the goblin had remembered in a long time. And Fairwood, wanting to get rid of the last goblin, moved forward and attacked him. The goblin could not defend and died. But Splig was not going to go without a fight. And so he decided he would attack Grisbin the Thirsty. The fat goblin was able to move pretty good for his girth. And so he attacked Grisbin the Thirsty with his great wooden mace. Grisbin defended. And Grisbin took some damage. The fat goblin, knowing that he would be cornered, advanced as much as he could to try and stave off the next attack. And so the heroes countered-attacked. Splig, knowing he could not get through the heroes, he was going to have to kill one or knock one back. But the heroes had their attacks. And first was Grisbin the Thirsty. He moved forward to attack Splig again. But this time, he missed. How he missed such a huge target, he could not know. And so Leoric of the Book attacked with his magical staff. And he hit. But only a glancing blow. And so he attacked again. But again, only a glancing blow. Alvric decided he too would attack with his iron battle axe. And he did a good bit of damage. And so he swung back the axe to attack again. And it was a mighty blow, one he couldn't hope to do better. But Splig, tough as he was still standing. So Splig, wobbling, could no longer take it. The self-styled king hurled his prisoner to the ground. "Have him then," he bellowed, "but you shall never defeat Splig, king of all goblins." Then, putting on a surprising turn of speed for a goblin of such impressive girth, Splig rushed out the door. A big man with a scared face and white in his hair steps forward to address you. "Thank you, heroes. Reminds me of myself at a younger age. Take me to the barons. Seems I still got work to do." And so the heroes were successful and went back to the barony in a fat goblin.